we are back. This is Sarcasm Speaks. I'm Jared. Again, he's Bob. He's Jones. I'm on. If you're watching on YouTube, hopefully my thumbs are going in the right direction because you guys are looking at my screen. So Jones is back again. It's must be nice to kind of like, yeah, I mean, you do still have a job, but like kind of like you're in the purgatory zone almost at this point.
Yeah, I'm doing nothing. It's pretty good. I mean, I can wake up, check my email, go to a few meetings that I don't give a shit about. Start. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Because the new gig starts September 1st?
Probably around September, yeah.
Yeah. And then when are you done at this place?
So I'm still waiting on the final offer letter to come through. So I'm basically still in purgatory. We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
So I'm basically doing nothing until then.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully that offer letter comes through and it's actually legit and they don't try and dick you around.
Is it for an IT job? Because if it's for an IT job, that offer letter might not be
No,
coming.
no, it's for a contract with FEMA. So I think they're pretty legit about that.
Yeah.
Well, it's federal, so they're probably in a hurry to get it done. You know.
Yeah.
I've only been waiting.
Yeah, with a very efficient process.
Yeah, I mean, federal government works very well. Very, very streamlined. You very rarely hear anybody complain about how the federal government moves, to get things done.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
One of
fuck. This is gonna be like in the 10 to 2 show on the Sports Hub. A, B, C.
All I was gonna say was I know someone who started working at the VA not too long ago, and like she was like trying to call and find out because she was supposed to she was supposed to start Monday, so she's calling like a Wednesday to find out like, hey, I signed my letter, but I haven't gotten any paperwork, I haven't gotten a schedule, I haven't gotten anything. And they send it out on like Thursday. I'm like, yeah, we need this tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, so I kind of know a little bit about working for the federal government since I'm in the military and stuff. So it's basically like, it's funny too, because the military, like everyone thinks the military is so fucking efficient and it's still a fucking shit show. Like, it's like everyone has these grandiose, like, oh, you're so smart, you're in the military. Nah. No. Nope.
I mean, that should be changed from, oh, you're so smart, you're in the military, to, oh, you're pretty smart, you're in the Air Force, because the Air Force doesn't really just take anybody.
See, you say that, but if you encountered some of the people that I've met around my time, my almost 9 years in the Air Force now, like,
Jesus.
Yeah. So, there's some pretty fucking stupid people in the Air Force. Like, some people don't even know their social security numbers.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's stupid people everywhere, but like if you take like the dumbest person in the Air Force against the dumbest person in the Army, it's probably not even a competition. I mean, you got to go in with like the presupposition that like you got to be able to like do something with a plane. Like planes aren't fucking easy.
Well, I mean, neither is like a tank.
Yeah, no, that's true. But like, if you fuck up something in a plane, like you're gonna die. If you fuck up something in a tank, you'll just run it over.
Yeah, but it's freeing though, because if you fuck up something in a plane, it's really not your problem anymore.
This is true.
Exactly.
Did you ever have like anything where you had to learn like the fucking, what is it called, like telemetrics or telemetronics, whatever the fuck it is, like to fly a plane? Or were you never like?
No, I was in medical. I was public health for 4 years in Oklahoma, and now I'm in logistics. So it's basically like, hey, I need like 4 aircraft tires to go to Kuwait. Can you just do that for me? And that's what we do.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's kind of like an oxymoron, logistics and military.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I always wondered, someone asked me once, I forget who it was. They were like, oh, what does Jones actually like do in the military? And I'm like, I couldn't even fucking tell you. For the longest time, I didn't even know what your job was. I was like, I don't know. He does like compliance stuff for like hospitals.
Yeah. I mean, I do. Yes. Yeah. That's That's kind of what I did, and
I was
do.
like, I have no fucking idea.
Importing and exporting.
Yes, I am the Art Vandelay of the idiot circle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because I am enlisted now, and now I'm trying to become an officer since I have like a billion fucking degrees, and
Yeah.
even that is like, so to be an officer, like you're basically doing program management. It's just like that whole process. It's taken 6 months, and like, oh, you'll definitely be done by like now,
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting here like,
yeah.
none of it's done.
Yeah.
Because I'm waiting.
They tack on extra years though if you become an officer, right?
Yeah, so my contract ends in 23, and then I have to re-up for another 2 years.
Well, how long? Sorry, I lost you there.
2 years.
2 years,
So
yeah.
be getting out in 25.
25.
Which would suck. That would put me at 12 years.
Yeah.
Which means everyone said like, oh, you should, if you're in like that long, you should just stay till 20. I'm like, nah, dude, I want to get high. I want to smoke.
I want to get high. Fuck that. It's like 8 more years of military bullshit, or like, I don't know, start smoking weed.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. And
yeah,
probably a lot better for me instead of drinking every day.
I mean, yeah, science would certainly point you in that direction. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think marijuana is definitely easier on the body than alcohol.
For sure is. For sure is. So we'll see on that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. How does that like the pension system work? Do they have like yearly benchmarks or something, or is it like if you just have to get to 20?
You get like, so if you get 20, you get the full stuff on top of like your disability. So I mean, I should be 100% disabled anyways, because let's face it, all of us are disabled. We're all mentally disabled.
Yeah.
But I think so if I don't get picked up for this officer slot, I'm just gonna call it a day. I'll be at my 10-year mark. And I think you get like 50% or something like that. So you'll still be getting something.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, 50% is still, because you would get that on top of your other salary, right? Yeah. So you work a private job, and hey, doesn't sound that bad.
No. Also, like, have you guys seen what's going on with Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Not great. Not ideal.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. But I mean, they're very slim to. I gotta be careful before I say this. I don't want to jinx anything. What are the odds of you actually having to go over there?
I mean, there's a chance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's always a chance as long as you're in the military, right? Like,
so I was actually supposed to go. So I have a few people gone now from my shop. I was actually supposed to be on that rotator. They left in April, and like this was probably May of last year. No, it was like March of last year, and I got approached and like, hey, like we're trying to send you. And at that time, I was engaged. Like, yeah, well, I might be planning a wedding, and then a few months later, that went away.
Yeah. So thanks for that one.
Yeah. So I mean, I was supposed to go with it, but I mean, there's always a chance. I mean, you can also volunteer to go over or whatever.
Yeah. It's funny now because everyone's talking about there's going to be a draft, and I'm like, no, there's not.
Everyone says that.
They're not going to bring the draft back.
There was no draft in 01.
No.
And that's when like they really almost had you like, oh my God, terror. We have to have a war on this.
Yeah, no, that was legit. Like they literally came and they blew up buildings on our soil, and we still didn't have a draft. Yeah. And now it's like, all right,
Taliban's
cool.
riding fucking bumper cars.
Yeah. Now it's like, cool. These guys took back their country. Okay. Yeah. Like we'll just send some people over there and fuck them up again. I mean, it didn't really work for the first 20 years, but I mean, what's the definition of insanity?
Did it work in the 90s?
Yeah, the first Gulf War. Well, that was over in what, like 17 days?
Yeah, it was. It didn't last long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a real thing.
No, it was literally like, I don't even think it lasted 3 weeks.
They call that a war?
Yeah.
The first Gulf War was fucking 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. We just went in and literally fucked up everything that we saw. And we were like, yeah, I think we're done here.
What are we just trying to pad the record? Like, oh, we'll tally that as another war won.
Well, yeah, we needed a tomato can after Vietnam. It's like when a boxer, like a big time boxer, goes out and he takes a loss, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta get his confidence back. We need a tomato can." So it's like we took a big L with Vietnam, and we were like, how are we gonna do this? Oh, I don't know. Let's go to the Middle East real quick. We'll blow everything up, and we'll get it done in 3 weeks. And then we're like, all right, cool. Now we're on top again. Viet who?
Yeah, it was a tie.
Yeah, I think that's hilarious too. When you talk to some people and they're like, yeah, well, I mean, Vietnam, there really was no winner or loser. I'm like, come on, man, we lost. Like, it's okay. You can
winner
say
or loser. That means we lost.
Yeah. That's the classic, like, who broke up with who? Well, it was a mutual decision. Well, you got your ass stumped. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Also, I mean, we probably should have learned through history, like, you just don't conquer Afghanistan. Like, you just don't take Afghanistan.
No.
The Russians couldn't have done it. Like, you can't take it. Like, it's shitty. Like, you just can't do it.
And if the Russians can't do it, like, fuck, man, because they're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Running on fucking potato vodka.
No one's ready for, like, what that actually is. Everyone's, like, using technology and strategy and planning, and it's like, dude, it's just a bunch of crazy people, and you don't know if one of them's going to start running at you with a fucking bomb strapped to them.
Yeah. Well, luckily, maybe not so luckily, that I saw the latest, like, UN climate report that we talked about in the last episode. I guess part of that, I learned a little bit more about it, said that by the year 2100, I think, the Middle East will be inhabitable. Inhabitable. Because the globe is going to get to the point where the climate is so changed and fucked up and shit that, like, people will not be able to live in the Middle East because it'll be so fucked up.
But that's too bad, because it's such a nice place right now.
You know what, though? It would solve a lot of problems. The whole, like, Jerusalem, Palestine thing, just gone. Hey, guess what? Neither of you can live there. That is, you know what that is? That is the parent solution to fucking kids that are fighting over a toy. Like, you got like a brother and sister fighting over something, and the parents come in and take it and just smash it into pieces. And they're like, well, guess what? Now neither of you get to fucking have it. That's what happens. They're fighting over this land, and the world is like, yeah, well, in like 75 years, no one's going to be able to live here. So fuck off.
I mean, it's not even habitable right now.
my retard is rubbing off.
I'm retarded. Like, it's 120 during the day. Like,
is it a dry heat?
It's definitely
very dry heat.
Okay, that's not even cold though. I'm sorry, that's not even hot. That's almost
it's a little
cool.
chilly. 120
like
with the dry heat's probably, you probably might need a sweatshirt.
Yeah, it's like almost, it's like really, it's not even that bad if you ask anyone from Boston.
I've heard stories, like, from people that went over there, like, it was 95 at night and they had to put a hoodie on. Like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. Good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you're used to it being hotter than fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, 95 seems cold. It's 25 degrees colder.
Yeah.
It's 25-degree drop. It's kind of a lot.
Yeah, that is pretty quick.
It's also fucking 95. Like, it's so hot as fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's the fucked up thing about just deserts in general, is like they get to be like 120 during the day, and then they're like 60 at night. And it's like, what the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing here?
About this one where it's 120 during the day and 95 at night?
Yeah. I don't know which is worse.
Kind of sounds like Massachusetts during the fall. It's going to be 95 during the day and then 60 at night.
Yeah.
It's all right, dude. It sounds like like Connor Mack from Charlestown. He'll just tell you, though, like 120 dry heat. It's not even hot.
Yeah. It's not even that bad.
They should try coming here.
Well, it's not the heat that gets you. It's the humidity.
Yeah. It's wicked fucking muggy, kid.
Yeah, kid, you can cut the fucking air with a knife. So this actually is from. Well, I mean, we did see this somewhere, but I'm not going to take that away from him. I'm still going to give Nick a shout out here, friend of the show. We might have him on in a little bit. We'll get to that probably by the end of the show. But he reminded me, or at least brought it up to me, that J.R. Smith. Did you guys see this stuff?
I saw this.
He's going back to school, back to a prideful, I guess, HBCU. Was it North Carolina A&T?
I think it was A&T.
Yeah. So J.R. Smith, for anyone that has no idea who the fuck that is he retired now? He's got to be, right? He's a retired NBA player. I don't know, played with the Cavs, played with a lot of teams, I think. The Knicks, maybe. Did he get drafted by the Knicks?
I don't even know. I think he's been around, dude.
He's played for a lot of
Nuggets for a while.
Yeah, that's what it was, the Nuggets.
So, he was on like the Melo team, I think.
Yeah, because I know he played. I obviously remember he played with LeBron in Cleveland.
Yeah, and then he won another title with the Lakers in the bubble.
Yeah,
he's been around for a long time. He was one of like the last few guys that was right from high school.
Yeah. So J.R. Smith, retired NBA player, made fucking oodles of dollars. Is going back to college, North Carolina A&T, and he still has 2 years of eligibility left at the college level. So he applied for a waiver to the NCAA.
He never even attended college. He has never attended college.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think what I saw was that he has 2 years of eligibility. I don't know what that like. I know he never went to college, but for whatever reason,
I don't get how that works.
I don't either. But he applied for a waiver through the NCAA to become a collegiate athlete, but this time for golf. Apparently, he's a pretty good golfer. I don't know much about him. Des, do you know how anything about him, like golf wise?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it all depends on your definition of good golfer. I'm sure he's probably a single-digit handicap, and for North Carolina A&T, they're not beating down the door fucking golf-wise. So he probably can play on the team. They're probably not very good.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy plays. Obviously, he's not doing this after having never played. Like, the guy knows how to play.
Right.
But he won't be going pro in golf. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's interesting though, because you've got, I mean, I don't really know off the top of my head anyone that's done this before. I mean, I know obviously there's been the guys that Brandon Whedon was a professional baseball player, but pro, they use the term pro loosely. I think Brandon Whedon was single A maybe or double A. And then came into college to play quarterback. There was another guy that did that.
Chris Winkie was old.
Chris Winkie, yeah, he did it. Florida State.
Did Drew Henson do the same thing too?
Yes, that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, it was Drew Henson. But all those guys, like I said they played professional baseball before they came back to college to play quarterback. But that's not really professional baseball. You know what I mean? No one, they didn't make it to the major leagues. The only people that have really even played professional sports 2 ways off the top of my head would be Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders. I mean, I don't even think Michael Jordan made it to the White Sox. Wasn't Michael Jordan just on the AAA team?
Yeah, I don't think he ever got up.
The Birmingham whatevers.
The Barons.
Yeah. He never even made it to the big leagues. So it's like it's one of those things that's like super rare. And it's interesting because he's going to be a collegiate athlete after making like legitimate millions of dollars. Like Brandon Whedon probably made like a couple 100,000, like maybe a couple million, like max. I don't know, probably not though, because coming out on an amateur contract in the minor leagues, you can't be making more than like $100,000 a year. You know,
Even that's probably
150.
generous. No, it's not. So with J.R. Smith, I just with I don't see why he can't play golf. He's never attended college, so there's no eligibility issues there.
Right.
So therefore, obviously, he's never played a varsity. Like again, the guy has never played, and I don't think there's an age limit for collegiate athletes. There might be a time period where if you played a year.
Oh, right. Like you have a certain amount of time to complete your 4 year. Like if you played 1 year and went pro, well, you have 12 years like before that three expires, you know?
Yeah.
I could see that maybe.
But he's never even attended college. So I don't see why he shouldn't be allowed to play.
I think he's also just trying to like get everything done because I mean he's 35. Like he's already won a few rings. Now he's just trying to like go to school and play golf. Like that shouldn't be an issue.
No, and like if you look at what makes a golfer an amateur, it's do they accept money for playing, basically, or do they teach? If you don't teach and if you don't accept money for playing, like prize money, then you're an amateur golfer. So you need to be an amateur to play in the NCAA. Shouldn't be an issue.
So apparently Division 1 is different. So just a quick Google search here. According to the NCAA, there is no set age limit for any athletes. However, Division 1 athletes are required to enroll in school 1 calendar year after high school graduation and then have just 5 years to complete a typical 4-year degree.
So is North Carolina A&T Division 1 golf? I feel like they probably not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not. They're FCS in football, but I doubt their golf team's Division 1.
Yeah, so on the Division 3 level, athletes still only have 4 years of eligibility, but they can spread these seasons out for as long as they'd like. Since Division 1 sports are more competitive and the stakes are higher, the rules are stricter, which I guess makes sense.
So maybe that's what he's trying to get it because they're probably. I want to doubt that they're D1, but I feel like the school is probably too big, and the NCAA doesn't like when schools are like in all these different conferences and whatever.
Yeah, there's got to be like some exceptions and waivers and stuff though, because
guys do that all the time.
Like I said, with like Brandon Whedon and Drew Henson and all them, like they entered college again at 26.
Yeah, they were older. Like Whedon was old, specifically.
He was 28 when he was drafted.
Yeah,
and he played at Oklahoma State.
Right.
So that's obviously a D1 school. So there's got to be some exceptions, and like you could probably apply for certain whatevers, but.
And there you go. That's why he's applying for the waiver.
Yeah.
That's why he needs it. So.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. I mean, it should be interesting. I don't know if I will follow the story at all or how closely, but it is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the hard part's going to be, though, like the school's not very good. He's not nearly good enough. I assure you of that.
Yeah.
So it might be fun. It might be cool. He might do some really good things for the program and the school, but that's probably where it ends. And that's probably where the intrigue is kind of over because, when it comes to amateur golf, like, dude, these kids get fucking like groomed. Yeah. So he's never going to compete with these kids. So we'll never see him because I don't think the program's strong enough. I don't think he's good enough.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting story. I mean, he should be allowed to play, and I like the idea of it. But this might be the beginning and the end of it, from what we hear.
I feel like he just wants something to do. Like if he's not playing basketball, he just wants to play golf and just go to school. That's what it kind of sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. But I mean, like, if that's the case, like, why not just go to school and then play golf recreationally? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Put his name in the headlines.
True. Yeah. Do you think someone
NIL money.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was just going to say, do you think someone like that would apply for financial aid to a school?
I mean, you always apply, right? Worst they say is no.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the smart thing to do would just be apply and then have them tell you no. But like, imagine like you made millions of dollars and you go into a school. I don't know what the tuition, what the yearly cost is to go to NCAT, but I can't imagine it's more than probably like 60.
No, it's not even going to be that high.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like 60 would be the high end.
I mean, he has a net.
I think he's in state.
Net worth of $35 million right now.
Yeah, he's in debt.
No, he has says his net worth is 35 million right now.
Oh yeah, because it's like something like that. Like if you say you sign like, and the NBA contracts are fucking so insane. Like say you sign a deal for like 15 million a year. I don't know what that breaks down to, but you might make 60 grand for one game.
It's all guaranteed too.
Yeah. But I don't know. Would you apply for financial aid? Like if you were a rich like former athlete and you're going back to school, would you do it?
Probably just be a cocksucker.
Just to fucking be a dick.
See what happens.
Just to make the financial aid office file one more piece of paperwork.
Fuck them.
It's like, oh, you had 6,280 applicants. Well, I'm not going to give you a break, so you only have to fill out 6,279 financial aid applications. I'm going to make you fill out all of them.
Actually, Mr. Smith, we got your application, and based on your net worth, you actually have to pay more.
Yeah, the tuition for you is actually a little bit more.
And you have to donate to every fund, like donation fund ever.
Yeah, but don't worry, we'll name a building after you.
Yeah.
Or maybe a bench. You'll probably just get a bench.
Yeah, hopefully a bench. Or a fucking like a bridge that like breaks down.
Let me see. I just Googled North Carolina. Oh, wow. Oh, that is fucking insane. So the in-state tuition for North Carolina A&T is $6,657. The out-of-state tuition is $20,167.
Oh, sick.
So an extra $14,000 if you don't live in the state.
He probably has property in the state.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's from there, but he's living there now.
That's crazy. 14,000 fucking dollars.
I don't think that's that. I think that's kind of normal, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know the reason why that is? I just learned this the other day, like literally last week. Do you know why schools do that? I mean, we all know how much I fucking despise the education system, but this is another thing to add to the fucking pie. So the reason why colleges have an in-state tuition and out-of-state tuition is because theoretically the argument is that if you are in state, you're paying state taxes, which is money that is being funneled to the school. And if you're out of state, you're not paying state taxes to the school. So therefore you have to pay more. But like,
so someone could surmise that if you are an out of state student, but you get a job in the state, you are paying state taxes and therefore shouldn't have to pay out-of-state tuition.
Right. But like, that's pretty much the only reason why they do that. And that's so fucking stupid. Like, I just don't understand that. Because if you are a college student, like you just said, and you get a job while you're in college, you're paying taxes in that state where the college is.
Yeah.
And also, like, your tax money you don't get to choose where it goes.
I choose where mine goes.
You know, like, they're like, wow, well, you don't pay taxes in this state, so you have to pay us more. It's like, well, I don't know, because the people that do pay taxes in the state, like, they don't know where that money is going. Like, that's not necessarily going to you. The whole thing is fucking crazy.
It's got to be all going good places, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
the state's looking out for me.
Universities are very benevolent. You know, they're very similar to the federal government.
Yeah.
You know, they work very streamlined. Everything you need to get done happens very quick, like the blink of an eye. You know, you need some paperwork from your college. They have it to you before you even know you need it, right? You know, it's pretty good. You never have to run all around campus.
No, that doesn't.
You never have to start in one building, walk across campus to the main building to have them tell you need to go back across to get a different piece of paper, to then come back over to have someone else sign it, for then to bring it to a totally different third building for them to process it, right? We've never had to do that.
Nope.
No. Because
If there was a word
really
I would
awesome.
use to describe State University, it would be convenient.
Yeah.
Everything's just so convenient.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing was like, there was something that I needed for something. Who knows? You need something for everything in college. It's so fucking stupid. You spend more time trying to figure out who you need to go talk to get something done than you actually do like doing the stuff. And I remember someone told me to go to like some build. Let's say, like, for argument's sake, they told me to go to the registrar's office. So I go into the registrar's office and I like, hey, you know, I'm here because I need, you know, form XYZ. The person at the registrar office looked at me like I had 10 heads. They were like, I don't know what that form is. And I was like, well, you know, this person told me I could get it here. And they were like, hold on. They like looked it up in their like internal system. And they were like, yeah, no, you're going to want to go to, like, it was some random office in RCC. So I went to Boyden, like to the registrar's office, like the main fucking campus building. And they were like, yeah, no, this is like in like the second floor of the RCC, like over somewhere. I don't know. I forget where the fuck it was, but I had to go over there to get the form. And I was like, okay. And then they go, then you're going to want to bring it back here for us. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. But it wasn't that office. It was like a different office in there. So it was like one of
records.
Yeah. It's just fucking stupid. It's absolutely stupid. It's a waste of time. College is dumb.
State employments.
Yeah. Oh, we need to create a new department. We need to create a department to watch over all the departments.
Wouldn't it just be easier if this department did this? Yeah, but they don't, so no.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we saw it a little bit on the back end working in conference and events. I think in my time alone, we fell under 3 different branches of the university. So like Jones, like each branch had like a VP of whatever. So it was like finance, external affairs, facilities is one of them. There's another one that I can't remember. But so when we worked for the conference and events services office, you would probably assume it falls under like maybe like the facilities and maintenance tree. No, nope. When I first started, I think we were under accounting. Do you remember where we were? Like what
I don't
branch?
know. I think I thought I was under the president's office for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the third one. So we were under three different branches. I think maybe it started under the president's office and then it moved to accounting and finance. So like the way the structure was like, so me and Dats worked the same GA position. So like our boss had a boss and like who ran the whole conference and events, but then his boss was the VP of whatever department we happened to be in. And like I said, just in my 2 years that I was there, we were in three different branches. We went from the president's office division to accounting and finance. And then right as I was leaving, we switched to external affairs.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
How about this? I'll tell you how inefficient this shit is. So when I worked there, because it was different when he got there, because the transition was happening. So when I worked there, we set up tables and chairs in rooms for all spaces on campus except the campus center. The campus center had their own staff that did this. So you effectively have two departments doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Only one crew works in the campus center, the other crew works in every other place.
Every other building on the campus.
So
now, where do you think the offices were?
Oh, probably in our
in the campus center.
The only building we don't work in is where our office was.
So I went
And best part, if we needed tables and chairs, like, you know, in a certain location, someone would come to us and be like, all right, well, we need this many tables and chairs. And if we didn't have them already in that space, then we would fill an online form for CRIM, a different department,
Central
to
Receiving.
deliver.
It stands for Central Receiving and Inventory Management.
Is this an RTC too?
That was over by Tower Lot.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
By the police station. Like the basement of the police station.
Spend time there.
Yeah, me too. It's a cold bench.
Yeah, it's cold.
And I think it started to separate a little bit, or I'm sorry, like kind of collaborate a little bit. But you had all these events happening on campus, and one department does the deliveries when you need it. Another department does one building only. Be it there's a lot of spaces in there, but only one building, that's it. And then another department does every other building.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so.
Yeah, but we need more departments to do things. And then we have to hire managers to manage those departments. And now we have, 4 or 5 people on the managerial level, and now we need one person to manage them.
I was gonna say, like, I think being a VP of any department, like, that's a pretty fucking cushy gig because you don't do anything.
You do
nothing.
Nothing.
Like, it's a pretty sweet title for absolutely nothing. Like, it could be, I'm the vice president of the house, and I do dick.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, what do you do? The vice president for finance at this college. Oh, wow. So, like, you're very invested in, like, the bookkeeping. No, I actually don't do any of that. So, like, what do you do? I sit in meetings occasionally and I don't pay attention. And then I have to, like, sign off on things that, like, the people that work for me do. But, like, yeah, I don't really do much.
It's the cushiest gig of all time. Just be a vice president.
I bet, your degree was in finance, right? How'd you get into that? No, actually, it's not. I just worked at Bridgewater for like 26 years and I applied and got it.
I know a guy.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, seriously, like, if you're a VP of anything, you barely work. You don't do anything, especially for like a state institution, because there's so much like bureaucracy and middle management that, like, you don't have to do anything because there's nothing really to do.
Your signature holds so much weight, but you don't do shit.
Yeah, you sign off on shit and you sit in meetings and you fucking hate everything about it.
Yeah.
And you probably go play golf most of the time.
you're the chair of the whole like all these committees, and you just kind of just sit there with a dick in your hand.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I guess. And you get paid a fuck ton of money too.
Yeah.
To do nothing.
I'm pretty sure like you're just the designated survivor if anything wrong.
If the president of the university goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it's the president of the university doesn't do anything either.
Right.
It's like, oh, I got to take over for him. It's like, oh no, how are you going to manage?
Yeah.
You have to show up at graduation. There's 2 of them now.
They do graduation now. They might be 1. They might have gone back to 1, and they do it at Gillette.
I did see someone was doing something at Gillette.
So a couple weeks ago, I was driving home and there was traffic on 95. So I hopped off on Route 1 and I came down Route 1. And as I drove by Gillette, there was one of those like highway signs, like the light up blinky things, and it said BSU grad, and it had the arrow like pointing into the parking lot in the stadium. And I was like, that's fucking weird. So later on, I Googled like Bridgewater graduation Gillette Stadium, and it popped up, and it was like, that's a real thing. Like they do graduation at Gillette now. So I wonder if they just do 1.
Well, I'm curious if they did 1 ceremony, 2 years though, because there was no graduation.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. They might have combined 2020 and 2021. So that's why they had it at Gillette.
Because the purpose of the 2 graduations was because the first one was taking too fucking long. Because when I was there,
we had 2 graduations and both of them were like 3 hours long. It's like, how the fuck? Why?
Yeah, I was one of the last classes that was just 1.
Yeah.
Did you guys walk?
Yeah, I did. I didn't want to.
I didn't do grad school.
I left after I got my diploma in grad school. I literally me and Derek, like we obviously sat next to each other because our names are closer, and there's like 6 people in the fucking exercise science department. So they seat you like alphabetically by degree. So we had the same degree. So we were next to each other. And so we went up, and the president of the university called me out because I didn't give a fuck. Like I wore shorts under my gown and I wore boat shoes. And I think Derek might, I don't know. He might have also had boat shoes or like sneakers or something. And like, so we're right next to each other, and we go up to get the thing, and Fred Clark goes, oh, wow, you guys didn't have to dress up for me. And I was like, yeah, whatever, buddy. Fuck you.
I can respect that.
Yeah. So I got my diploma, and then I literally walked out the back.
I didn't walk for undergrad. I think me and my dad, if the Bruins were on that day.
Yeah.
So me and my dad just sat home and got fucking obliterated.
Yeah. I got fucking rocked before my undergrad graduation because I had the afternoon one. So while the morning one was going, we were like, let's go. Like, let's just say it was just me and a couple people came to my apartment, and then we just started drinking at my apartment, and I was fucking cooked by the time we had to go. We're like walking down, because where I was on South Street, like by the Rotary.
Yeah.
So like all I had to do was like walk a little bit, cross over the Rotary, and then like you're right there at Boyden and like the quad, whatever. So we're like leaving my apartment, fucking like stumbling, like trying to get there in our fucking caps and gowns, like Jesus Christ.
Dude, so when I graduated, I had it was like 8 a.m, and I had come from Medford. My parents wanted to go, so I just went with them. So it's like, good, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
If I was like around and I was drinking like that in the morning, I never would have made it. Wouldn't have made it. They mail you the fucking thing anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't actually get it. That was the thing I didn't know. When I went across the stage and like shook the fucking guy's hand, I think it might have still been Dana at that time for my undergrad. I think my undergrad was still DMF. And like I look at the thing when I go sit back down and I'm like, my fucking diploma's not even in here. And they're like, yeah, they mail it to you like 3 weeks later. I'm like, why the fuck did I come here then? This is stupid.
Because we're all idiots.
Yeah, we are
My
idiots.
high school is like that too, for some ungodly reason.
Yeah.
Probably high
It's
school.
like, what's the
feel like-
point?
I feel like in high school we got ours.
Yeah, we did. I got
I think
mine.
if you were eligible, you got yours.
Yeah, yeah.
If it was in question, they didn't give it to them.
Yeah, but you were still allowed to walk.
Yeah, your thing was just empty.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So did you guys see the South Park thing? They signed a massive fucking deal with who is it, Viacom or Viacom CBS to do, it was a $900 million deal. So pretty close to a fucking $1 billion. And now they're going exclusive to the Paramount network, or Paramount Plus is the streaming app. And part of that deal was 12 films, like feature films.
I saw 14.
Oh, 14. Yeah, there you go.
They're doing 9 more seasons of the show, and they're also doing 14 movies.
Yeah. So it's like, holy shit. That is wild. They just got like essentially $1 billion to do 9 more seasons and 14 movies. But I was thinking about it, like I don't know how long they've been on, 25 years at this point, maybe 30, probably maybe close to 30 years.
They were like 98.
99, like 98,
Yeah.
99. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, over 20. And I think they've done like 4 movies in like 23 years.
Have they done 4 movies? I thought they only did the one.
I feel like they've only done one major motion picture.
Yeah, but they did the vaccine thing, which is kind of was supposed to be kind of like.
Yeah. So I counted that one. There was obviously Bigger, Longer, Uncut. And then I thought there was one more. I added one just because I thought there were probably another one. But I thought I knew about 3.
I don't know what they mean like with movies. It's like, I don't know if it's all gonna be pictures or it's like, remember the 3-part thing they did, Imagination Land?
Yeah, so that's the other one that I thought of, Imagination Land. Because like that's kind of a movie, but not.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I saw someone tweet about it, so I don't take me for it because I'm just an idiot. Someone tweeted about it, and they did say it's like the movie thing doesn't necessarily mean like major motion picture in theaters. It could,
Yeah,
but it doesn't necessarily have to.
So yeah, this calls Imagination Land an episode trilogy. Parker and Stone talked early on about the possibility of producing it as a feature-length sequel movie, but they felt the concept didn't justify a feature film, so they just did like 3 episodes. So Imagination Land doesn't count as a movie.
Okay.
Didn't they do like a 3-part guy with like the gerbil, like the Fappening or something? I thought that was
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's been a long time since I've watched South Park like regularly. I don't think I've watched it really since high school. Or maybe college. I'm like trying to think of what episodes I would have even seen.
Yeah. So apparently they've been trying to make movies. In 2013, Warner Brothers relinquished to Paramount its rights to co-finance a potential future South Park movie, as well as future Friday the 13th sequel, all this stuff. Previous efforts to create a second South Park film were complicated by both studios retaining certain rights to the property. Oh, so it sounds like Warner Brothers and Paramount were like being dicks and like weren't able to figure it out. But now that everyone's combined under the Viacom CBS thing, they're doing it because that was a whole thing. Warner Brothers got bought by, I forget who. or they got sold off. Maybe they got bought by AT&T. I think that's what it was. They got because the Warner Brothers, I think, is tagged along with the HBO thing, because that's why for a while AT&T had HBO, and I think they just sold it all off to somebody, which probably was Viacom, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it's just telling me that AT&T bought out Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but I think they just sold it as part of something.
I can't keep track of all this shit anymore.
No.
Everyone owns something, and it's like, I don't fucking know.
Well, the whole thing, like, you ever seen the graphic? Like, all of fucking like TV and everything is owned by like 7 companies.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah, it's like, but I don't know. I just can't keep up anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I ever could. Again, I still lack a certain level of intelligence to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Also, a certain level of care.
But I mean, good for them. I mean, do you think so? Here's a question for you. You think they're done after this? Like, you think they signed this, $900 million deal? They're going to put out 14 movies and 9 more seasons. And you think, like, when that's done, they're done?
Dude, they might be dead. Like,
yeah.
9 more seasons? That's a long fucking time.
Yeah. Goddamn 9 seasons, Morty. It takes us 100 years. We're gonna get that sauce.
Yeah, they're pulling a Rick and Morty.
I mean, too, like, they might be done, but also, like, look at the Simpsons. Like, they've still gone on since, like, fucking way before our time.
Yeah.
Their product isn't great now, but they're still pushing inventory out.
Yeah, so it extends the series to season 30. And it's going to be through 2027. So in the next 6 years, they have to punch out 14 movies because their deal only runs through 2027.
I'm pretty sure they have stuff in the bag, though. They can just, like,
they have to. They like, that is insane. They have to have a bunch of stuff like in the chamber. That would be pretty cool.
That would rock.
Team America too.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if the movies have to be strictly South Park or if they can be the other ones that they've done. I don't know. I didn't see any of that. But the thing I just said, I just saw, the contract only runs to 2027. So 6 more years. Moving.
Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm just seeing something now. Matt Stone alone is worth $700 million.
That's
much wild. Like, that is insane. That's an insane amount of money. All right. Either of you guys got anything before we go into wrap things up? Anything you got burning desires for?
What did you guys think about the game Thursday?
Didn't watch it. I don't have cable.
I thought the offense got too much credit. I thought Mac Jones was good. I thought he was fine, but he didn't really do anything that sits there and, like, makes me want to lose my mind. I think Cam sucks. So
still,
to say that, like, Mac Jones is the better quarterback isn't really like a take. I mean, again, I don't think Cam Newton's very good. I also don't see why you would fucking trot him out there. I just don't see what he does.
Yeah.
So I thought Mac Jones was good, but I didn't think he was, like, again, something he's not. I thought the defense was better, and no one's talking about it. Judon looks good. The cornerbacks seemed to kind of really not have to do anything. It seemed like they were just sitting there and then just, like, swat a ball down. I know Washington's not really, stretching the field, but they had the least amount of people on their roster that didn't dress in the league. So they played most of their guys, I think, even for a short amount of time. So I don't know. The kicker's good. I like him.
He's got a cannon.
Nordine.
Yeah. So we can have Nordine, Bailey, and Olszewski all as all pros. Like, that would be unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a special teams unit. Don't forget Slater and Bethel in there too.
Bethel was on defense. He took defensive snaps.
Oh my God.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Cam's still going to start the year, even though I don't think he should. And
yeah,
he's not very good.
So when do they play Tampa Bay? Week 5?
Week
4. So over under week 6.5. When does Mac Jones get his first start?
I say under 6.5.
I'll say over, just because I think from everything that like 98.5 has said, like Bill's probably going to protect him for the Brady game. I mean, you're going to get fucking destroyed when they come to Gillette. Like, you're getting your ass blasted.
I mean, I don't know. This is Patriots. This is the new Patriots team. Like, I could very easily see them. I sent it in our group text the other day. Like, I could very easily see them go out and beat Tampa Bay like fucking 20-17, and then 2 weeks later get blown out by the Browns. Or the next week. You know what I mean? Like, just pick any shit bum team. Like, I don't know what the schedule off the top of my head, but like, I could see something like that, especially like with this defense. Like, they're gonna do everything they fucking can to not like get fucked up. And if this defense is healthy still by week 4, I mean, I think there's a solid chance they could pull it off.
I just think Tampa's fucking loaded. Like, they're just so good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, that could be like a disgusting game. Like, that could be one of those like was it back in like the AFC West or some of the or the NFC West? Like, some of those games were like 13-9.
I don't think it's. I think Tampa's definitely gonna score points. They're definitely. I mean, that offense is so fucking good. I just don't think you have the. I think you probably lose by 2 points. I don't think we get actually ram blasted, but
yeah,
there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say that they'll probably lose the game before, game after, and actually hang tight in that one.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, look at Kansas City last year. They have Brian Hoyer out there and they almost win. And then what was it, the next week they got their dicks kicked in by like Miami or something?
I think it was San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 43-3, something fucking gross.
Yeah, and there was a shit loss to Denver in there too.
Yeah, yeah. But they beat Baltimore and they almost beat Kansas City.
Yep.
So
makes sense.
It's like it's just fucking weird. That's this team now. And that's the team without Brady.
Yeah.
Is that you're gonna rely on coaching for the good teams, and because your coaching is really fucking good, you can hang in there with the good teams. And then because you don't have a guy that's like pedal to the metal all the time, you're going to lose to the shitbag teams. So
I mean, the schedule in the early part is pretty fucking easy. So you should be like 3-1, 4-1 by the time you get there, Tampa.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, we'll see, I guess. I'm interested to see if they'll start Cam and when we go down to Carolina. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. That will
They
be.
should probably.
Yeah, because what is that? Week 9?
It's somewhere down the line, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somewhere around there, maybe.
No, I honestly think they'll get through like the first month and they'll realize Cam's terrible. It's time to put the kid in.
Yep.
And then it's his show from there, as long as he stays healthy.
Yeah, so it's Dolphins, Jets, Saints, then the Buccaneers, Texans, Cowboys, Jets, Chargers, and then we go to Carolina.
Yeah, I mean they should be 3-1 going into that Tampa game. Pick your loss. Like it really doesn't matter. Like I don't think they would lose to New Orleans with fucking Jameis, the pick six fucking king. Like maybe Miami. Like maybe they lose to Miami. The Jets might end up being okay, but they're not going to have it together by week 2. I wouldn't be surprised if we play them again like week 15. Like if it's one of those like, holy shit, we're going to lose to the fucking Jets type of games.
Yeah, we got them week 7 after the Cowboys.
Oh, wow. Week 2, then week 7. That's rare that you have 2 division games done by week 7, by before halfway through the season. Only they save all those division games like for the first couple weeks and then the very end.
And we actually don't play Buffalo for the first time until week 13.
Wow.
And then we play it again the day after Christmas.
Wow. It's a weird schedule. I'm sure they did all kinds of crazy fucking mental math with the schedule this year too, trying to like maybe not have to deal with COVID, but potentially also, you know what I mean? Like trying to do shit. I don't know. Like that, putting that schedule together must be fucking hell.
Especially without the new game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually.
What do you got for their wins? So we got 17 games. What's their record? What's their record at the end of the year?
They should win 11 games. Like with that team, they should win 11 games.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
Well, I think the only important thing that people even care about is over 9.5. So I think I'm pretty sure that's what their total is.
Let's check. Let's go to mybookie.com and see what the line is. All you guys, if you go to mybookie.com, use our promo code SarcasmPod when you sign up. They will match your first deposit 50% up to $1,000. So again, mybookie.com, promo code SarcasmPod. Let's see. NFL regular season wins. I just have to find the Patriots. Yeah, they're 9.5. It's not great. Not great juice though. It's minus 135 for over 9.5 wins.
Yeah, I think it's over 9.5. I don't think it's a smart bet, I don't think it's a worthwhile bet. Really, is.
No, I don't either. Not at 135.
And you got to wait all year for it.
Yeah. Some of these are weird. Like I'm looking, the one right above them is the Vikings. Their win total set at 9, and the over 9 is minus 170. Like, why not move it to 9.5 with different I don't know. I'm not a fucking wise guy.
Well, if we'll never remember this, but bookmark this episode for when they go 9-8 next year.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree. I think they go over 9.5. They should be right around 11. I think 11-6 is what I expect from them. So if they do better than that, cool. If they're worse than that, okay. Well, we got a problem.
Yeah, I think I'm one win different than you guys. I would expect 10-7. If they did 11-6, I would say that's pretty good. And then anything better is.
Yeah. Because so the way I look at it is I think it's a 10-6 team. Like in a normal NFL year, it's a 10-6 team. But I think with the extra game, I'll be nice and throw a win in for the extra game.
I mean, like I think they're a lot better. Well, they are a lot better.
Yeah. I look at it like they're an 11-win team now with a 17-game season. Like if they were still playing 16 games, they're not going 11. I wouldn't have them at 11-5. I'd have them at 10-6. So in my eyes, 10-6 and 11-6 is like the same thing.
Yeah.
But 11-5 is not the same thing. All right. Well, you guys want to start wrapping this up?
Yeah.
What do we got?
So I have the burning question I have for everyone.
Yes.
Involved. Is Alien Ant Farm considered a one-hit wonder? Now, if for those listening who don't know who Alien Ant Farm is, they do the cover of Smooth Criminal.
Yes.
So that's their only good song. If anyone tries to tell me another song that they wrote, it's like, no, they didn't. They didn't even write it. It's not even real. It doesn't exist. They never performed it. Nothing. So are they considered a one-hit wonder because they only have the one hit, but they didn't write it?
But it's not an original.
It's not an original song, but it is their song. It is their hit.
Right.
So are they a one-hit wonder?
Wow. I would lean no. Because I like the Michael Jackson version better, to be honest.
I think I'm gonna lean no, but mostly because it's a Michael Jackson song that was already a big hit. So I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised if their version of Smooth Criminal, I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass here, but I wouldn't be surprised if their version of Smooth Criminal has sold more, got more downloads or whatever than Michael Jackson's. Obviously, as just a pure body of work, Michael Jackson is like far and above Alien Ant Farm. Like they're not even the fucking gum stuck to the bottom of his shoe. Like they are way fucking worse than that compared to him. But because it's a Michael Jackson song. Now, if Alien Ant Farm had this massive hit and it was like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of someone marginal, but that's kind of hard because they're marginal.
Trapped.
Yeah. Yeah, or like I'm trying to even think of like
Trapped is a one-hit wonder.
Find like some random like pop artist from like the 80s. Like I don't know, George Michael. Like I don't know.
It's not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, but like you know what I mean? Like if George Michael had a song and Alien Ant Farm covered it and it became awesome. So what I'm saying is like put Alien Ant Farm with a huge hit of a song that was already written, but not Michael Jackson, and I might give them the one-hit wonder thing. I think I'm not giving them one-hit wonder status because their song is from Michael Jackson that was already a hit before they covered it.
So really what you're saying is if it was a shittier song that they improved, you'd give them more credit?
Yes. Yep.
Like a less popular song or something?
Yeah.
It's not up with that.
I think they're unfortunately a one-hit wonder.
Oh.
Because they did have to perform it, record it, write the music to it. They didn't have to do the lyrics, but they did the video. Like they had to do everything else. So unfortunately, I think Alien Ant Farm might be the most brilliant band of the 2000s, late 90s, because they became a one-hit wonder and they didn't even have to write their own song.
Yeah.
Credit to Alien Ant Farm.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think by definition, yes, I think they probably are. But like I said, like me personally, I don't give them that status because it was from Michael Jackson.
I mean, I would also, what is a hit at this point?
Yeah.
Although that song did smack, I think, on oh no, was that Tony Hawk or was that Matt?
Might have been
Was it on?
both.
I don't know if it was on Tony Hawk. Might not have been on Madden either.
I don't
Andrew
think it was.
WK was on Madden, and that thing hit different.
It came out in 2003. Okay, so Primus, like I just looked on here, like the band's influence is Primus. So
Primus
like
is the worst fucking band.
they're so bad.
Fucking suck.
They're
Primus
so bad.
is so fucking bad.
But
Have you listened to a Primus song?
Oh yeah.
Sat there and gone, wait, let me actually sit here, listen, and pay attention. It is fucking terrible. The fact that John the Fisherman was on Guitar Hero is a fucking embarrassment. That song fucking sucks. And I don't give a fuck about Jerry Orr's race car. That song fucking sucks too. That was a Tony Hawk song.
Yeah. So like if Alien Ant Farm had like redone like a Primus song and become huge, yeah, I'd give them that status. Like me personally, but
so what you're saying is that Alien Ant Farm did not improve on Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson? Interesting.
yeah. Well, I mean, Michael Jackson's the GOAT.
It's kind of a hot take that Alien Ant Farm didn't do it better.
Big shocker.
What was there? Oh, Winona's Big Brown Beaver.
A band or a song?
No, that's from Primus. That's the song.
I was gonna say, is that a Primus song? That definitely sounds like a Primus song.
Yeah, that's their like big song. Like that's the one that I know from them.
Not John the Fisherman?
I mean, I probably know that one too, but
Didn't
they redid on this album. I have it right here. So the album is Winona's Big Brown Beaver. So the title track is number 1, and then they redid Have a Cigar by Pink Floyd on this album.
Gross.
I never, ever, ever want to hear that in my entire life, or I will jab pencils in my fucking ears.
I could say that about any Primus song, seriously.
Yeah, I do not want to hear Primus fucking destroy a Pink Floyd song.
I don't want them to do anything.
I just don't want to hear Primus.
The South Park theme song is good enough.
That's all they're known for.
Yeah.
John Fisher.
Dude, I'm telling you, Primus is more popular than you're giving it credit for. And that's what's the sickening part is. Like, some people actually like to listen to Primus.
I almost gave them credit for Smack Your Bitch Up, but I realized that was from Prodigy, not Primus.
Yeah.
Also, I think Fish gets a lot of that credit too. Like, their music is pretty trash.
Yeah, Fish is weird. It's like
Fish is overrated.
Fish and the Grateful, like, it's like music's
they're
not
like
that
culty.
Good. Yeah, it becomes a cult, and then the more you tell them their music sucks, that's why they like it so much, I think.
Yeah, it's like Jimmy Buffett. It's all the same shit.
Right.
Although I did hear Jimmy Buffett's concerts fucking smack.
Yeah, because that's because of the people,
like
people that go there. It's not for his music. It's like the atmosphere is fun.
No, it's country fest.
People just get fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's like also older people that like kind of like never let loose, so they just get fucking rowdy.
Yeah, like all those bands, like you said, Fish, Grateful Dead. What was the other one?
Those are my two.
I mean, Humphreys McGee is kind of like that too. Like I was talking to Fournier before, and so he's going to a Fish concert at AC tonight, and he went to an Humphreys McGee show in New York, and this was pre-pandemic, and everyone was just doing nitrous shots, like nitrous, like
yeah. But Humphreys McGee isn't like big and culty that to the point where people think they're good. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy Buffett's like not good. Fish isn't good, but like Bruce Springsteen, that's the other one you said. Like I don't think he's particularly all that good, but they have such like a cult following that people are like, oh yeah, no, they're awesome. Jimmy Buffett's great. It's like, well, is he?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say out of all those bands though, Springsteen's probably the most talented.
Yeah, I will give him that.
But he probably gets a little bit more credit than he potentially deserves because of the following, which is really no fault to him. But
No. And I
it's
mean,
like the reason why
I
I
do
hate.
love a good born in the USA every now and then.
It's probably why I hate fucking AC/DC now. It's like they're not a bad band; they never were, but the overplayed and the way people talk about them.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. Guns N' Roses did that to me too. Like, they're a really good band, but like you can only play Welcome to the Jungle so many times before it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I used to want to run through a brick wall every time I heard like the opening riff. Now I just like,
yeah, now I'm good.
Yeah. It's like, oh, can you hit next? I'd rather hear Hot for Teacher at this point. All right, Jones, you got a final thought?
Yeah. So I don't know. You guys probably didn't watch because baseball is fucking stupid. But they had the Field of Dreams game the other day, and it was fine for what baseball is, but the stadium looked like shit. I thought. So not, like I reserve out of Pittsburgh, so I like drive through and see like PNC Park, whatever. I always want to go to a game at PNC, even though I don't really like baseball. But what stadiums do you guys really want to go to, and what stadiums would you want to like see detonate?
Ooh, can this be any sport?
Yeah, any sport. Because I want to see Heinz Field just blowing the ground because that's an absolute trash heap.
Yeah.
It's
I think so. I really want to go. I want to experience, particularly a playoff game of the Winnipeg Jets. I want to be there for that insane fucking environment. That would be pretty awesome. I'm trying to think of like somewhere else.
Nashville Predators hockey.
Yeah, Bridgestone Arena.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been there while they had a game going, while they were in the playoffs, but I didn't go to the game. The crowd that spilled out of that arena afterwards was fucking wild. That's a good one though too. I think where the place I would want to see absolutely blown into smithereens is probably Camden Yards, because everybody talks about it like it's the best fucking place in the world. So I've never been to a baseball game there, but I've walked by it. I've been in the neighborhood of it.
Neighborhood's not great.
Neighborhood's not great. It's also baseball. And the way everyone talks about it, it's like the fucking eighth wonder of the world. And like anyone who's like a baseball fan is like, oh, you have to go see. It's Fenway Park and Camden Yards. You have to go there. Now that the old Yankee Stadium is gone, it's Fenway Park and Camden Yard. Camden Yards baseball. Everyone talks about this fucking place. And now I'm like I said, I haven't been inside, but I walked by it, been outside of it. No desire. Don't care. Don't give a fuck. And it's baseball. So blow it off the face of the earth. So I don't have to hear people like blow their load over Camden fucking Yards anymore.
It's right near fucking M&T. And like all you have is
Camden. I walked by it on the way back from the Ravens game. Shit faced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only reason people like Camden is because it's the next closest stop that's not New York.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't give New York any credit. So it's like, oh, I'll go to a game. I'll go to Camden Yards. Oh, easy. Yeah. So I'm just going to go right to places that need to be blown off the earth. Anything that takes place in the state of Ohio. All stadiums, arenas, whatever, just get rid of them.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them are good. I don't think any of them are nice. I have no desire to go to any of them. No desire to support any of those teams. Nothing. There is not one redeeming quality about any arena or stadium in the state of Ohio.
What about Ohio State?
You gotta say what about the horseshoe?
I hate Ohio State. The Ohio State. I fucking hate that school. I hate that place. And I hate people who went there. So fuck Ohio State. I hope they beat Michigan forever. But fuck them. I could give a fuck less.
That state is fucking miserable.
Oh, and then easy, the Trop. The Trop's got to get blown off the earth. That is like
oh yeah, fuck that place. Yeah. That's a good one. Miami would be a fun one to go to, but mostly just because it's like an amusement park.
I don't think it's as fun as you might think.
No.
Miami's not, I don't know, it's not real. So obviously I want to go to Tallahassee. That's just me though. So if you want to blow Ben Griffin Stadium, I think that's Florida Stadium. Yeah, you can get rid of that. It fucking smells like shit probably. Fuck them. In terms of like desire, so obviously Joe Louis isn't there anymore. You can't do that. I forget what Chicago has, but I feel like that's new too. It's like the only
United Center. United Center's up.
Is it still United Center?
It's still United.
Okay, I thought they got rid of it. Whatever.
Hot take alert coming in. I've been to Wrigley. It's okay.
Like I got no desire to go to Wrigley. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't give a fuck that something's old. Like,
yeah, I went to Wrigley and I'm like, cool. It's just like Fenway. It's really fucking shitty.
Exactly like Fenway.
And there's ivy growing on the wall in the outfield. Like, and you can see people standing on the rooftop outside. Like, other than that, like.
I remember in South Medford, there was ivy growing on fences and walls too. It's beautiful. I know.
Yeah.
I could give a fuck less about Wrigley Field. I could give I don't give a fuck about old because if I'm going to watch a game,
right,
all I'm doing is going and sitting there. That's it. So if I'm going and sitting there, then I would like for it to be nice. I don't need to be in the elements. I don't need to be with real fans. I don't need that shit. Fuck that.
Up until recently, Fenway Park was an absolute fucking shithole.
I remember sitting in those seats. They were fucking terrible.
Yeah, they've done some upgrades where it's like manageable. It's still not nice. Like I wouldn't go in and be like, oh my God, Fenway Park is beautiful. It's not fucking beautiful. It's old as shit. But like they've at least made some updates where I'm not like, oh my God, this is a fucking hellhole. And my back hurts from sitting on a wooden chair.
From 1873.
Yeah. Like they've at least upgraded to plastic seats.
I would like to go to the Iron Bowl, both locations. So I have no desire to be in either stadium for anything but the Iron Bowl, either one. Well, or I guess Bama LSU going either way. That's fine too.
The Rose Bowl would be pretty cool.
Again, though, it's just old. Like it's just old. That's all it is. Yeah. It's like the Rose Bowl and the Coliseum. They're just old.
Yeah. Well, it's huge, isn't it? Like, doesn't it hold like 100,000
130,000 seats, and it's fucking old. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna walk. Like the Rose Bowl doesn't do it. I'm not gonna walk in and be like starstruck. Oh my God, the Rose Bowl.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I mostly brought it up too because of like the 130,000 people. Like, this for the same vein of like being at a Winnipeg Jets game, where like I'm going for like the experience and the fucking electricity.
I'll go to a Michigan Wolverines game when they play like a middling team from the Big Ten and they fucking lose. Yeah. So I can see 120 people just be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fucking A. So I don't know. I'm basically just blowing everything off the planet, and anything that has a decent rivalry, I'll go to the game. That's kind of where I'm at.
Ooh, because Vegas. There's no Golden Knights.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one to go to.
Because other than that, it's like we went to Tennessee.
Yep.
It's fine. Baltimore, it's fine.
Tennessee is literally Foxborough.
Same thing.
It's the same fucking stadium.
New Orleans is old as hell. It's loud. That was interesting, but I mean, it's shitty. It's fucking old as fuck. You piss in troughs, like the place is fucking old. So.
Also, sidebar, Bobby, how are you feeling about Bowden being dead?
I mean, he was 91 or whatever he was, so that's what old people do. They die. It sucks. It sucks that he died, and it sucks that Jimbo Fisher's a cocksucker. And It sucks that Willie Taggart actually doesn't know how to coach, and it sucks that Mike Norville took a picture in 2002 or whatever the fuck with cornrows. So I don't know. It's just who the fuck knows. I don't know anything, man. It's fucking A. I can't. It's one of those things. Like when you follow a college team, everyone that's like down there seems to know who these recruits are, and they seem to know who these people are, and none of them ever work out. None of them are ever any good. So it's like, I'm not going to get excited about the DN that's a 3-star and had a good camp until he's out there actually making plays and not, missing his assignments as a middling running back from NC State runs bio. Like, or like watching the offensive line again just be they have one fucking job that they do in 2 styles. They block. They run block, they pass block. That is all they fucking do. And for years, they haven't been able to do it. None of them. 5 guys, 2 jobs, 10 jobs, 0 for 10.
As a former offensive lineman, it's a lot harder to do that than you give it credit for.
These guys are like recruits.
My favorite.
All this money to play at Florida State, whatever, $100 handshakes, whatever, and they can't block. How the fuck can you not block? And how the fuck as you as a coach can't find someone to block?
My favorite thing was, I think it was the 2019 season. Florida State, their 5 offensive linemen. There's out of like 370 something fucking offensive linemen that are ranked in the country. Their highest ranked of their starting 5 offensive linemen, I think, was like 250. And they had 3 in the bottom 25. Or so it was like something fucking absurd like that. And I was like, wow, that is terrible.
And I remember that. It was beautiful. It was really remarkable. I don't even know how you pull that off. So with that collection of how bad those players were rated, you have to then assume that they have the worst offensive line in the country. And I mean the country, not the conference or the Power 5. So Texas State has a better offensive line than you.
Yeah.
Idaho.
UNLV, the Running Rebels, have a better offensive line than you. Air Force has a better offensive line. How the fuck is that even possible? Statistically speaking, UConn has a better offensive line than you. And they have been like the worst team ever.
UMass.
Oh, yeah, UMass. They're getting fucking kids from Medford High. Their offensive line's better than yours.
Yeah, that was not a good year.
Yeah, I can't wait for the season. Should be great.
Yeah, I'm fired up.
Although I gotta get tickets to go back to fucking alumni and just be absolutely annihilated.
You're definitely going to the BC game though.
Yeah.
Just get absolutely annihilated. I was fucking fucked up last year, 2 years ago.
Don't forget the bandana.
Yeah, the bandana game.
All right. So actually, Jones, did you give your stadiums before I go to my final thought?
Yeah, I really want to go to PNC. You can blow the trop up. You don't have to do that anymore. Jerry World is vastly overrated. It's gigantic.
Yeah.
No use for that. I also would have loved to go see a Bruins game at the Old Guard. Like the old. That'd be sick. And like Levi's Stadium in San Francisco or Santa Clara.
Yeah.
No use for that.
Yeah. Fuck it. It's not even in San Francisco anymore.
No, it's in Santa Clara. It's just hot. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, no, dude. San Francisco, it's 75 year round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't get hot in San Francisco.
It's also
it's a dry heat.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Just watch out for that marine layer; it'll get you.
Yeah.
It's a great city too. If you really think about it, San Francisco's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. They have an app that you can download to tell you where all the human shit is on the sidewalk so you don't step in it.
Yeah.
It's very useful, you know? All right. So my final thought is buckle up, because I just bought a bunch of different hot sauces, and shout out to Nick again. This is 2 shout outs in one show. We got to figure out how to put this together and get it done. Ideally I want to get it done when Jones is up here. But you know, we'll see. We'll see if we can work it out logistically. So for anyone else that has no fucking clue what I'm talking about, I've been a big connoisseur of Hot Ones, the TV show lately. TV show, I guess it's on YouTube. It's a YouTube show apparently. I like spicy things.
This is what happens when you give up all live TV options.
Yeah. I can't watch live TV anymore, so now I have to watch YouTube, and now I'm addicted to Hot Ones. I mean, I like spicy things anyway. Like, I love spicy food.
See, I say that until I get something that's real spicy.
Yeah, well, I say that until we get to this, and I'm like, holy shit! I like fire starts coming out of my fucking asshole. So I put together a list of a bunch of different hot sauces, and again, shout out to Nick. This was his idea. It was Amy's idea. She's right here. This was Amy's idea.
Producer Amy.
Yeah, producer Amy corrected me. Thank you. So we got to figure out a way to set this all up and get it going, and we're going to record an episode while we eat spicy wings. I have the list written out here, actually. I'm not going to say I'll just say a couple of them. I won't give the Scoville units on it, but
you could give me the Scoville units on it, and I wouldn't know the fucking difference. Actually, I guess the higher number is a lot.
So they range from. So also, like, interest of full disclosure here, like, you watch the show, listen to the show, like, this isn't Hot Ones. All right, so we're not getting fucking wild. The last sauce on Hot Ones is like 2 million Scoville units. You can get fucked if you think I'm going to eat something that has 2 million Scoville units and like not be famous, like not be a famous person on the famous show. I'm not putting myself through that. So the sauces range from 3,600 Scovilles to 600,000 Scovilles. The last sauce will be 600,000 Scoville units.
Fine.
So the 3,600, the first sauce, I'll give it out because everyone knows it, is Cholula. So the very first sauce is Cholula, 3,600 Scovilles. And then, like I said, it goes all the way up to
20 times that.
600,000. What'd you say?
20 times that? Is my math correct?
Yeah, roughly. Sure. I don't know. I didn't even check it. I just agreed with you.
Not even close. It's like 200 times.
Yeah, that's fine. But we got some good ones in here. There's one called Pain.
Does that one just represent everyday life, or is that an actual hot sauce?
Yeah, that one's actually not a flavor.
I should, because I would say I should be used to the heat of that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I should be able to handle pain pretty good. There's some in here that I'm like kind of interested for. There's a Queen Majesty coffee, Hellfire Detroit bourbon sauce.
Hellfire, love it.
Yeah, and then so the last one, like I already gave it away. It's 600,000 Scovilles, and it's called the hottest fucking sauce. That's the name.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, which
Sounds
it's not.
inaccurate.
Because there's ones that are in like the 2 millions and plus. So like I said, we're not going that fucking crazy because this isn't the show. And like 30 people are going to watch it on YouTube versus like tens or hundreds of thousands of the actual Hot Ones show. So it'll be fun. We'll try and get it set up. We have to figure out a time and a location, but that is still to be determined.
Oh, dude, why don't we just use your house?
Yeah. Well, I said that like we could set it up in the room in the back room because it's fucking huge. What is eventually going to be our living room? Like if we pop up one of those 8-foot Rex that I have that I have, we can just sit there, put the camera back, and then it'll get all four of us in. So I don't know. We'll see. We could make it work. We could figure it out. We just have to figure out like time and work schedule. You're the only one working that on Tuesday of that week because Nick's off. I'm on vacation. Jones is on vacation. He'll be here, so we're looking
as long
at
as
you.
It's, yeah, scorpion guys, like the scorpion wings that I had in Pittsburgh, fucking sucked.
How many Scovilles were that? Did they say?
I think it was close to 1 million. Fucking miserable.
Yeah, yes. Because now, see, I'm a connoisseur of hot wings now. You know, how many Scovilles is that?
I think you want to say connoisseur.
Yeah. That's what I said. Connoisseur.
Cabeza.
Fuck. All right, what's that? That's only a week from Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, is it?
Yeah, it's a week from this Tuesday. Yeah, it'll be the 24th.
Fucking shoot me.
Do you know what time you're heading up, Jones? By the way,
I have a meeting at 10 here that I actually have to attend. So I'll probably leave after that ish.
Okay, yeah, because Vinny was asking too. He's also off that week. Because he asked me to golf. He asked me yesterday or Friday, whatever, to golf today. And I was like, I don't know, like we have to do like some shit around the house. And then he ended up not being able to do it anyway because he had to help his uncle. But then I was like, oh, well, I'm off the whole week of guys' weekend. Like we can play again whenever. I can come meet you, like when you get out of work somewhere. And he goes, I'm off that week too. Let's go. And I go, Jones is gonna off that week and he'll be up here on Tuesday. And he goes, oh shit, this is gonna be bad.
Things might get off the rails.
Yeah.
I might bring Fournier too. Is that kosher?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm gonna be crashing at his house, so I'll see if he wants to. If not, I don't really care. I'll just show up and whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always around, and I mean, he's not far from us too, so we're here. We could definitely we could probably get some golf in too before we leave. Either Tuesday or Wednesday. Well, probably not Tuesday if we do this hot wing thing, but maybe Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. Or we'll just play Thursday like we have planned anyway.
Do we know where we're going on Thursday?
Not yet.
To play? What, to play or to stay?
Both.
We're staying in Harwich.
I don't know where we're going to play yet. I'm going to look at either Cranberry Valley, which is in Harwich, or I might look at Bass River, which is in Yarmouth on the way, or on the way-ish.
Yeah.
I think Bass River is like wide fucking open. I drove by it one day and it looked like I could see fucking like the entire back nine just like wide open out there, and we can just fucking hit it wherever.
Yeah.
That's probably my speed because I'm very bad. Like very, very, very bad.
I'm planning for that.
Take it into consideration.
Yeah. But the way I look at it is I'm just going to try to find a place that like is somewhat open, and then you just move forward and we play, give it a whack. Okay, that didn't go great. Give it a whack. Okay, well, you're going to throw it up here with mine.
Yeah.
Give it a whack. All right, that's somewhat close. Why don't you go chip that?
Yeah.
That's my speed.
Chip and a putt.
It's taking 3 chips. Here's a ball on the green. Go putt that.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. But all this wing talk too, don't forget, get on over to grillyourassoff.com. Use our promo code SarcasmPod for 15% off your entire order. So they got everything, all kinds of fucking seasonings, anything you can imagine. They've got regular, just Willie Pete chicken. They got mango habanero, Cajun, gunpowder is my personal favorite. They've got seasoned salts now too. They got a brand new like meat thermometer that just came out. It's like an instant read thermometer. All kinds of. I just got an email the other day. They got a new tequila lime beer salt or lime beer salt tequila. I think I added the tequila by accident. I think it's a lime beer salt. All kinds of crazy shit. They've got apparel, other merch. So again, grillyourassoff.com. Promo code Sarcasm Pod gets you 15% off your entire order over there. So go do it. It's worth it. Trust me. I use this shit literally every single day. I made wings earlier on the smoker and I use the Cajun spice. So it's fucking great. Grillyourassoff.com, promo code Sarcasm Pod. So yeah, buy a t-shirt. Go to our Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. And the link in the bio will take you to our merch store. You can buy all the merch. We've got literally fucking anything you can think of. We've got coasters, even. You can get phone cases, t-shirts, tank tops, underwear, aprons. So while you're cooking with the grillyourassoff.com, all those seasonings, you can wear your Sarcasm Speaks apron. While you're there, you buy anything you want in that store. You can get our logo and all that shit. If you're watching on YouTube right now, don't forget to click thumbs up, give us a subscription, comments, spread the word, tell everybody you know about the show. Subscribe wherever you're listening to. If you use Apple Podcasts or iTunes, whatever the fuck it's called, go over to the iTunes store, give us 5 stars, leave us a review. All those ratings are all that really matters now, as far as like, rankings and sponsors and all that shit. What else? I already told you the Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. The Twitter is Sarcasm_speaks. Facebook page is Sarcasm Speaks. And I think that's it. So until next time, good night, everybody.